All right, let's dive into the world of high-speed data transfer.
Sounds good.
Today, we're looking at Spectra7 and Molex.
Interesting pair.
Specifically, how their relationship might have affected Spectra7's, well, success.
Ah, yes, the statement by John Mitchell, Spectra7's CEO.
Exactly. He hinted that Molex was holding them back.
Right, and that's what we'll try to unpack today.
We've got articles, announcements, industry analyses, the whole works.
Just like a puzzle, all these pieces.
Exactly. We'll see how innovation plays out in a competitive industry.
And the choices these companies make.
So Spectra7, they're known for their active copper cable tech ACCs.
Right, all about supercharging data transfer.
Speed and efficiency, and to get that out there.
They need the cable manufacturers, folks like Molex, Amphenol, TE, Connectivity.
The ones actually building the cables with Spectra7's chips inside.
A crucial partnership.
And we see that partnership in action, like in 2020.
DesignCon, big industry event.
Spectra7 and Molex, demonstrating their 400G ACCs.
Showing off the tech alongside Molex, that's a big signal.
So, seems promising, but where do things get, well, complicated?
This is where it gets interesting.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Molex, while working with Spectra7 on ACCs.
They were also looking at something else.
Active electrical cables, AECs.
AECs, instead of just amplifying the signal like ACCs.
They regenerate it, good for longer distances.
And Molex announced their own 112G ACCs in 2021.
So the question is,
did that shift to AECs affect their commitment to Spectra7's ACCs?
Especially if they saw more potential in the AEC market.
Right, and to make things even more complex.
Molex teamed up with TE Connectivity.
Two big cable manufacturers.
The Dual Source Alliance, the DSA.
So what's the thinking there?
Interchangeable solutions, whether you go Molex or TE.
Compatibility guaranteed, but...
both companies working together on those solutions.
Okay, I see where this is going. Could this alliance be good for Spectra7?
Maybe both Molex and TE integrate their tech?
Or do they get squeezed out?
It's a complex situation, and then there's John Mitchell's statement.
That Molex held them back, right? So let's try to explain that tension.
Okay, let's break it down.
Was it a technical issue? Maybe Molex wasn't fully convinced by Spectra7?
Needed more time to validate the technology?
Before going all in? That's possible.
Or maybe it was strategic on Molex's part.
Seeing AECs gaining popularity, they saw a bigger opportunity.
Prioritizing AECs over Spectra7's ACCs.
And we can't forget the commercial side of things.
Pricing, licensing terms, those can cause friction.
Absolutely, and the market context matters too.
Companies like Marvell and Credo, they're all about AECs.
And their stock performance shows AECs are gaining traction.
So Molex, seeing that momentum,
Might have decided to ride the AEC wave.
instead of focusing on Spectra7's ACCs,
It really highlights how dynamic this industry is.
partnerships can shift as new technologies and opportunities emerge.
So, Molex may be shifting focus. What does that mean for Spectra7?
Well, it's not a dead end. They've got options.
Good.
They need to be smart, adapt to this market. It's moving fast. One path, those other partnerships, Amphenol, TE Connectivity.
Right, less reliance on Molex, less affected by their decisions.
Exactly, more stability, and not just them.
Others too.
Outside the Dual Source Alliance, new markets, more opportunities.
Broadening the network. Okay, what else?
Diversifying their tech. Right now, it's ACCs.
Which maybe limited their appeal to Molex?
They need to adapt, be compatible with those AECs.
Maybe even look at other emerging tech in data transfer.
Right, a suite of solutions, different needs, different customers.
The Swiss Army knife of data transfer, that's a good one.
And proactive engagement, they got to show off what they got.
Who are they targeting then? The big players.
NVIDIA comes to mind, dominant force in data centers.
Always looking for that performance edge.
If Spectra7 can show them an advantage,
Landing NVIDIA, that'd be huge.
a ripple effect, others would take notice, wider adoption.
Okay, so new partnerships, tech diversification, engaging customers like NVIDIA.
And don't forget industry standards.
Oh, right, the OpenAI MSA Consortium.
Semtech, Macom, Molex, Amphenol, they're all there.
Shaping the future of high-speed data transfer.
Spectra7 needs to be in those conversations.
It's not just about the tech itself, but fitting in, working with others.
Interoperability, it's crucial.
Speaking the same language, so to speak.
Now, about John Mitchell's statement.
No, Molex holding them back.
Maybe it was just business, Molex's own analysis.
Not intentionally trying to stifle Spectra7.
But for Spectra7, it's still an obstacle.
They need new ways to market their tech, these strategies we discussed.
They gotta be agile, proactive, maybe a little daring.
This landscape it doesn't stand still.
And Spectra7, they've got a history of innovation.
It's not can they succeed, it's how.
The market, the right partners, getting the tech where it's needed.
That's like David and Goliath, in a way.
Spectra7, the smaller player, against these giants.
And we know how that story goes sometimes.
Ingenuity, determination, overcoming the odds.
It'll be interesting to see how Spectra7 responds.
What the future holds for them.
Makes you wonder, what if they had more control?
Could they have reached further, had a bigger impact?
Yeah, it really shows that just having the tech isn't enough.
Right. It's the whole picture.
A market, the relationships, adapting, that's how you win.
Absolutely. It's a lesson for anyone in tech, really.
So for Spectra7, can they still make an impact with all this?
I think they can, definitely.
Why is that?
That demand, high-speed data, it's not going away.
If anything, it's only growing.
And their tech, it works, it's proven.
But they need to leverage that while also adapting, right?
Exactly, and think about it.
Data centers, they're the backbone of everything these days.
Cloud computing, AI, all that data.
We need that data to move fast, efficiently.
And that's where Spectra7 fits in.
They could help shape that future.
Even if it's not a straight line to get there.
It's like they're at a crossroads.
Yeah, major player or left behind.
They've got the potential, but
You need to be bold, strategic, and yeah, maybe a little luck helps.
like our David and Goliath story.
Maybe they can use that, their size, their innovation.
Outmaneuver the big guys.
It's possible, and a lot of people will be watching to see what happens.
What happens to Spectra7? It could be a lesson for others. So, for our listeners, keep an eye on Spectra7.
Their story's not over. It could be fascinating.
And destructive. Yeah.
It shows you the tech world, full of surprises.
Disruption, it can come from anywhere.
And those who adapt, those who evolve.
They're the ones who thrive.
Right, not just survive, but thrive.
Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Into Spectra7 and high-speed data, it's a wild world.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive, another corner of the tech universe.
Until then, keep exploring, keep learning.
And stay curious.